you understand me? In the beginning was God. All else was darkness.
Hell yeah, right there.
So God created the heavens and the earth.
Yep.
He divided the earth between land and sea, and these he filled with many assorted creatures. The dark, slimy creatures of the oceans God called sailors, and he dressed them accordingly. The flighty creatures of the air he called airmen, and these he clothed in uniforms which were ruffled and foul. The lower creatures of the land God called soldiers, and he gave them trousers too short, covers too long, and pockets to warm their hands. And on the seventh day, as you know, God rested. And on the eighth day, at 0500 hours, God looked down upon the earth and was not happy. God was not happy! So he thought about his labors, and in his infinite wisdom, God created a divine creature, and this he called a marine. And these marines, whom God created in his own image, were to be of the air, the land, and the sea. And these he gave practical, fighting uniforms, so that they could wage war against the forces of Satan and evil. And he gave them evening and dress uniforms, so they might score with the ladies on Saturday night and impress the hell out of everybody. And at the end of the eighth day, God looked down upon the earth and saw that it was good. But was God happy? No! Because in the course of his labors, he had forgotten one thing. He did not have a marine uniform. But he thought about it and satisfied himself in knowing that, well, not everybody can be a marine. This puts me one step above God, because I am a marine.
Yeah.
You remember that, and we'll get along just fine. Now you maggots have exactly 3 minutes until I expect you standing at attention outside. Fall out!
Looks so displeased. What a speech. What a speech. But I put on my shoes. God made these.
Whew. He scares me, Frank. I think maybe he is God.
Well, Jimmy, just keep your head down and do what he says, and we won't have to find out. Willie, you coming?
Oh, yeah, Frank. Oh, hey, Tommy, right? Tommy Conlon? My name's Willie Gaines. This here's Frank Minoso and Jimmy Sullivan. Where are you from, Tommy?
Oregon. You?
Guys, let's head out. We don't want to piss off God, do we?
Today is the day we separate the men from the girls. You little pukes will learn the basic necessities for survival, and then maybe, I said maybe, you will become a part of the United States Marine Corps. Are you ready?
Aye, Sergeant!
Now, Baker Squad, you are to sit tight and wait for your babysitter to show up. I am not him. Able Squad, I want to see you ladies hightail it over to my obstacle course on the double. Move out! I want to see nothing but asses and elbows, ladies!
Let's make him proud, boys. Stick together.
You got it, Frank. Come on, Jimmy. Tommy?
out in the field, you are going to come across many barriers that you will need to navigate over, under, and through. This course will teach you the Marines' way of doing just that. If you think you have a better way, you can leave now and go show your mother. You are government. That's it, you jackass! You just ran your way out of my corps!
Whatever. To be honest, you did give me that option, I'm not lying.
When out in the field, you are going to come across many barriers that you will need to navigate over, under, and through. This course will teach you the Marines' way of doing just that. If you think you have a better way, you can leave now and go show your mother. You are government property, so you better do it my way, and you better like it.
Come on, boys. We can do this better than that group. Let's show them what we got.
Now get over that wall. Not bad, ladies. Now run through those tunnels.
There.
This here in front of you is the Marines' mud pit. Think of it as your own little swamp. Now get on your bellies and crawl like the birds you are. If you get caught in that fire, I will leave you. Now move it. We don't have all day, sweetheart. Get up and over those ladders.
Falling off the ladder.
Now you are going to learn how to use that rifle that you love so much. Hit those dummies with the butt of your rifle. Get across the pit using the balance board. Double time.
Oh!
Sergeant! I'm sorry,
You will not apologize. You will continue to destroy the enemy any way you can. What are you turd balls looking at? If the rest of you had half the strength of Private Minoso, I might actually have something to work with. Well, I can't believe you all made it through in one piece. Now let's see how you girls handle the business end of your weapon. Get your butts onto that transport and we'll finish on the firing range. Move it!
Man, what a hard ass. You said it.
Knock it off, you two. That was the hard part. Let's move!
Who died and made him boss?
No. Gonna get more awesome. What did you used to be, Tommy? Well, I worked at a roller rink. We're gonna slow it down here. Grab a partner and,
Welcome to my
And we're gonna have
firing
some
range.
fun.
You will listen to every word I say. I have not lost a single scumbag on my firing line, and I will not lose one today. Do you ladies understand me? Now gather up some ammo, pick a spot on the range, and we'll get to work.
Take one box each, boys. One box each.
Aim at the target in front of you. If you hit one, and I mean the bullseye, wait for it to be replaced with...
Whoops.
If If you can't get this right, I have no use for you! Out of my sight, maggot!
It was an accident. God, he took that shot well, too.
I have not lost a single scumbag on my firing line, and I will not lose one today. Do you ladies understand me? Now gather up some ammo, pick a spot on the range, and we'll get to work.
Well, I'm actually pretty proud. That's actually awesome.
Take 1 box each, boys. 1 box each.
Everybody took.
Aim at the target in front of you. If you hit one, and I mean the bullseye, wait for it to be replaced with a new one. If you move, it will not be very accurate. So keep those boots planted. If you nail down, you will be more accurate. And getting down in the dirt is even better. So try all 3 positions. Ready on the right. Ready on the left. Stand by, targets. Fire! We have 2 scoped rifles available for use today. See how many hits you can get on the long-range targets.
Ah, snipers.
That's right, ladies, I'm a shot. Just get me over to Germany and me and this rifle and win that war all by ourselves.
Talk is cheap, Private. That's some pretty fair shooting. Let's see what you boots can do with the autos. You 4 head back to the ammo table, and Corporal Bates there will listen you each an M1928A1 Thompson submachine gun. Do not let those rifles hit the dirt, maggots. These weapons are fully automatic, but that does not mean that you should just spray and pray. Take your time to aim and fire the weapon in short bursts only. These are automatic weapons, Private Conlon. Your new name is Private Tommy Gun. Do not let me down. Not bad, men, not bad. Get your rifles back up and let's move on to the heavier stuff. You 4 with the rifles! The MP here will continue to supervise your apparent lack of shooting prowess. Let's go, men.
Hold up, Private. I'm gonna need to take those weapons from you.
Oh, the grenade.
You'll see behind me that we have some beat-up jalopies. Today, we're gonna blast the living hell out of them. Private Conlon here is gonna get things started. Private, get your sorry tail down there and plant that charge on one of those cars. That thing is live, so watch yourself.
Will do, Sarge. Will effing do.
Now get your butt back up here,
I don't
Private!
think I held it long enough. Hey, where'd you get your gun? Why is everybody ducking?
Good work, Private Conlon. You may just yet make PFC. Let's move over to the grenade station.
Shit.
You work! All right, pick up a couple grenades. Don't worry, ladies. These are training grenades. You think I would trust you with a real grenade? No! Pull the pin and let them fly. See if you can hit some of those barrels out there.
What barrels? These? Ah. Get some more. Who's replacing all of these? How is this funded?
Very well, pond scum. Some of you can...
No!
If you can't get this right, I have no use for you! Out of my sight, maggot!
Honestly, to tell you the truth, I didn't really care. That guy was really pissing me off. Now we just have to throw the grenades and the things again. That's alright, you know. I'll get it. I did it before.
You'll see behind me that we have some beat-up jalopies. Today, we're gonna blast the living hell out of them. Private Conlon here is gonna get things started. Private, now get your butt back up here, Private!
Your jalopies, okay? I don't need to hear about it. Not again. Not this time. Here goes. Oh my god! Fireworks, let's go. Come on.
Good work, Private Conlon. You may just yet make PFC. Let's move over to the grenade station.
I want to go to real missions, please. Thank you. Grenade range. Oh, let me just... What do you got?
All right, pick up a couple grenades. Don't worry, ladies. These are training grenades. You think I would trust you with a real grenade? No! Pull the pin and let them fly. See if you can hit some of those barrels out there. Very well, pond scum. Some of you can do better, but it'll do.
Pond scum? Screw you.
You don't need those anymore, Private.
Now here we have my personal favorite, the M1919A430 caliber machine gun. I want 2 men. One is to act as a spotter and reloader. The other will fire the weapon.
Come on, Tommy. I'll spot for you.
Okay,
This ain't
better
my
rip,
cup of tea.
ladies.
My name like that.
The blood of Jersey
All right, pond scum, let's head to the mortars.
Swear to God.
You may notice we have a fine piece of kraut craftsmanship on the mortar range. Well, you maggots are the first to get a crack at busting that Jerry cab into scrap. The first recruit who gets his mortar set up and hits that truck will win my never-ending incredulous surprise. Well done, Private Conlon. Your heavy weapons proficiency has been duly noted.
I know, right? What don't I need this time, huh? What don't I
Now,
need this time?
except maybe for Minoso here, I most seriously doubt any of you will ever be in charge of anything but your own sorry-ass existence. However, there will be times when lives depend on one of you maggots making the right call in the field. I expect each of you to rise to such an occasion. Sullivan, there is a Marine bleeding to death in the open. You cannot reach him without support. Let me hear your call for suppressing fire.
Suppressing fire!
Minoso, you're one aggressive son of a bitch. I bet you'll be charging headlong into hell for the Corps. Let me hear you tell these pansies to move up with you.
Move up!
Outstanding. Gaines, you, on the other hand, strike me as someone who'll turn tail and piss himself at the sight of an advancing enemy. Am I right?
No, Drill Sergeant!
Well, ain't that a shame? If the combat situation dictates, you may need to do just that. You are heavily outnumbered, Private, so you better tell your squad mates to fall back.
Fall back!
Good. I don't care if you're sucking face with Rita Hayworth herself. You hear a Marine call out, you best respond. Private Conlon, you are being fired upon. Your squad is out of position. You need to get your fire team back into formation. So let's hear you rally these boys.
Marines, rally up!
Good. Let's go. All right, men. That's enough for today. Good work out there. But oh my God, Gaines! You've just been shot! Hit the deck! I said hit the deck!
Are you okay?
Now, there's two things to do if and when you are hit by an enemy in combat. Number one, apply pressure to the wound. Next, if you can, call for a corpsman. If you're lucky, one will be around somewhere nearby. Private Sullivan, I understand you have a medical background.
Yes, Sergeant!
Well, lucky
He's not.
us. Make your way over there a bit and play doc for us. Conlon,
no.
you take Private Gaines over to Doc to get him patched up, and then hightail it
He's
back
dead.
over here ASAP.
Are you okay? Huh? Oh, no.
Careful where you squeeze me there, Tommy.
Wait, what?
Your little girlfriend is bleeding out, Conlon. Get him to your corpsman.
Hey, thanks for the ride, Tommy.
Oh, God. I didn't join up for this. This isn't what I wanted. Jeez. You know he's not actually injured, right? He was 10... Oh,
Well done, Private Conlon. But you've just been shot as well. Hit the deck.
God.
Apply pressure to that wound, Private, or we will lose you. Now, call on that corpsman so we can get you patched up and back into action.
Just kidding.
All right, men. Good work today. I do believe that with a little more work, you may have a fighting chance. Let's get scrubbed up for mass. Move out!
I don't mean to be a bother, but your tie, sir, is just a little bit foot under. I just want you to get that figured out. You can't tell us.
Restructuring of position. More on this as information becomes available. This is Frank Turner reporting.
I am standing on the stage that just 4 months ago saw actor and comedian Bob Hope give a rousing stand-up for U.S. troops. Hope
Speed limit is 20 miles per hour. That's why. They definitely got that. Oh.
For more than 2 centuries, the United States Marine Corps has fought for freedom. But their infamy, their legend, was forged during the hell of World War II. Triumph cannot exist without hardship, and the price of victory is paid in the blood of men. Faith, courage, and sacrifice paved their road. And that long journey began in the early hours of December 7th, 1941.
So, this is your first time in Hawaii, huh? Well, you can't beat the scenery. Looking good, Mary.
Hi, Bobby.
You could pick a worse place to spend your time, let me tell you. Chief McAfee escorting Private Thomas Conlon.
Yes, sir. Private Conlon. You're clear to proceed. Welcome to Pearl.
That's the officer's quarters back there, but you and I work for a living, so that's probably the last time you'll see the place. Anyway, that big building up there is Paquette Hall, enlisted quarters. Hell, those guys even have a swimming pool. Rough going, let me tell you. That's Admiral Kimmel's place, SINCPAC headquarters. He can come across a little stiff, but he's on the level. Hell, I guess I wouldn't relax much either in his shoes. Chief of the Pacific and all. Or what's left of it anyway. They send a couple more Hitler's way every week now. Rest of the area is mostly the submarine base. Yeah, those bubbleheads kind of keep to themselves, you know? It's being cooped up like that all the time. Makes them a little crazy. That big one's the dive tower, where they practice rescue. You get in trouble in a sub, there ain't much anybody can do. Fish, food, city. Say, hey, Joe, Yankees call you up yet?
I think they're having a hard time finding me, Chief.
I got a PT skipper who's gonna give you a ride over. You pulled a Cherry assignment. Arizona just got an overhaul in 31. Yeah, she's a good ship. Look at these bums loafing off up here. Good thing the war's in the other ocean. Hope I'm not interrupting.
Absolutely not, sir. Just going over the latest specs with the men, sir.
You guys ready to get this foot slug over to the AZ?
Sure thing, sir. What the hell?
Sheesh! Damn Army guys. Somebody's gonna catch hell for buzzing HQ like that.
Hey, Army! Look at the meatballs on the wing!
We gotta get to the PT boats!
That's it!